Hi, it's Librarian Beth. I'm going to try to do a craft with you today. I have my phone rigged up kind of funny, so here I go. It's Earth Day, and I wanted to do a craft that you could find things around your house and use to do this. I'm only going to do a quick example of a few things, so I hope it's enough. So look around your house. There's a picture I posted with this video of some of the materials I had. I didn't have my crayons out. Whatever you have around the house besides what I show you would be wonderful. I made, if you don't have glue, I made glue out of flour and water. But kids, if you're doing this, remember anything you use, anything, paper, glue, bowl, anything you use. First of all, you have to ask if you can use it, and then you need to make sure you clean it all up when you're done so that mom, dad, grandma, whoever you live with isn't upset that you're creating and making a mess. Okay, because I'm pretty messy. So I just went outside and I got a stick that I found in my yard. But if you don't have sticks in your yard, I'm going to reach in front of the camera. If you can't go outside, because it is really windy here in the Northeast today, I took a piece of paper and I twisted and squished it. So I will show you. You just can squish. See, I'm squishing, but I'm keeping it flat. And then I twist to make it. All right, so that's not a very good one, but here's one that I twisted and twisted and twisted, and doesn't look exactly like a branch, but in a way it does. And I have my crayon. If you don't have crayons, you don't have markers, you could use pencil. When I was a little girl, if we went over my my grandma Ciatoli, she didn't have anything for us to draw on, but if we were bored and we wanted to draw, she cut up a paper bag. So that's what I have here, a cut up paper bag, and she would give that to us to draw on. Sometimes we weren't too happy, but hey, it was better than sitting around doing nothing. So you could use this as your stick. Actually, if you put it on the paper, it could look sort of like a stick then. So I'm doing a branch, obviously, with some buds on it. I added a little daffodil and a flower that I don't know. It's just a flower that I wanted to show you. So if you don't have scissors, actually, I'm going to show you. So all I did was take my tissue paper for these flowers, and I can either cut a square rectangle shape, and just think what a square is. 4 sides, 4 corners, little math there. And I just go sort of into the middle, and I pinch just the middle, and I let these hang out, and I just pinch and pinch. And now, believe it or not, that could be a flower. So like I said, if you don't have glue, I mean, I could glue them on here next to my stick. But if you don't have glue, if you're very, 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 very careful, I have a pencil, excuse me, and you can poke a hole in the paper using your, but you never put your hand right behind where you're poking. So I'm going to put the flower over here even though I don't want it there. And I just poke my hole in. And then you can put your flower in there. Just put it in, pull it through. I did that with the stick. So I'm trying to think, if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have glue around the house or flour to waste on making a flour and a paste, then you can poke holes in your paper and just shove them in there, and it still works. This flower, and like I said, I found, you know, tissue paper that was from a gift bag. So I took it out and I'm using it because we're going to crunch it up anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's a little crunched. And it's always, if you're going to make a lot of something, it's always best to fold it in half. 2 halves make a whole. You can fold it again. And if you know what that is, that's a quarter. Makes it 4 quarters. And then right here, you know, I'm making 4 at a time. I don't have to make one and then another one and another one. If I fold my paper carefully and watch where I'm cutting, I can make more than one at a time. So, like I said, I'm cutting. And I have my petals. Oops, they're stuck together. Now you could work with them like that, or just cut them apart. And now I have 4. And oops, a little messy. That's all right. We're going to cover it. And I just glued them right in the middle, although now my messy glue is somewhere else. And just glue them like that. And then I can add another layer, and I found some buttons. Maybe there's buttons around the house, or if somebody's getting rid of something that has buttons, maybe you can be allowed to cut the buttons off. Don't do it unless you ask. So if you don't have scissors, this is a project I used to do with my art students. You don't need scissors all the time. You can tear it. You gotta tear it kind of slow. And there you go. That's how I made this flower. It's supposed to be a daffodil. None of this is finished, but if I had taken the time to finish it, I would never make the video. So now I've got my pieces of paper or napkin, excuse me, and I can make another flower. I'm going to keep repeating, you know, use your imagination. Think of ways you can get around using stuff you don't have or replacing them. And my daffodils in the yard are this color, and sometimes they're called paper whites. So I thought it was kind of funny that I was using a napkin, a piece of paper, to make paper whites. Huh. Okay, well, I think I'm going to stop the video. I can draw, you know, I can get my crayons and finish. And this is absolutely not my best work, but maybe I'll work on it if I have time today to finish. And I'll put my post-it after. So enjoy your Earth Day. Try to do something nice. Like I said, it's pretty windy out, so I don't know what you're going to be able to do outside, but water your plants, maybe clean up a few things in the yard if you can, or make a pretty little nature picture. Until next time, bye!